Hi, and welcome to yoga. My name is Joanne. Thank you for practicing with me today. We're going to start in a nice, comfortable seat. And let's just take a few shoulder shrugs here, just to kind of loosen the neck and shoulders. Breathing nice and deep. Just kind of bringing some energy into the shoulders and neck. One more time. Good. And then let's lift the flesh. We're going to come to a seat. And you can sit up on a blanket or block if you need a little height for your spine. If your hips are really tight in the front, and if you're rounded in the spine, you're going to want to sit up nice and tall. We're going to drop the shoulders. And the chin should be approximately parallel to the floor. You want to retract your chin a little bit so your head isn't jutting forward. So make sure you're nice and aligned. Once you find that nice, easy position, we're going to sit with the eyes closed for just a moment. Couple of moments to settle ourselves for our practice. So we're going to just drop into the body and out of the mind by just following sensations in the body and the breath. Noticing them, not judging anything, just being aware. Noticing the quality of the breath. And using this time at the beginning of our practice, you can set an intention or a dedication if you'd like. Repeating whatever you'd like to yourself 3 times, so we can anchor that into the subconscious for the rest of our practice. Noticing if the posture begins to slouch or anything, just paying attention and see if we can find that nice, open, easy position. Begin to deepen the breath if you haven't already. So with yoga, we always breathe in and out of the nose. And we do that to warm and cleanse the breath as it comes into the body. And just sort of circulate the energy throughout the body as we exhale through the nose. If you want to release more tension or more energy from the body, you can breathe out of the mouth. Breathing through the nose sort of helps that energy circulate internally better. We're using the full body to breathe, so we're bringing the breath into the belly to begin. And all the way up to the chest. So it's like a big wave of energy that comes into the body. And as you exhale through the nose, making sure the eyelids are soft and the jaw is relaxed. And with each breath, notice a sense of expansion and space as you inhale. A sense of letting go and releasing on the exhale, softening on the exhale. Releasing tension away from the body on the exhale. A couple more breaths here. And then we're going to inhale and gently sweep the arms up. Let the eyes open. Sweep up as you inhale, nice and big. And exhale as you release. Keep moving. I'm just going to check my settings real quick. Okay. Inhale, reach. And exhale, release. On your next inhale, we're going to reach the arms behind us by keeping the pelvis neutral. So stay strong in your core as you reach behind you to stretch the chest and shoulders. If that's comfortable, if anything hurts, don't do it. And then exhale as you reach, pull back a little bit here to squeeze the shoulder blades. Keep the spine nice and neutral. Inhale, lift. One more time. Exhale, back behind you. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms forward. So scoop up something. Inhale, lift. And then we're going to exhale, flip the palms and open back. So we're making a nice big circle. Bring the arms forward. Inhale, lift. Try to keep the spine neutral and exhale, pull back. Good. Shrug your shoulders here, up by the ears and down. Soften them. You can rest the hands on the thighs if you'd like, or palms up or down or next to your hips, either way. You want to keep the shoulders relaxed. Take a breath in. And then exhale as you bow the chin forward. Stretch through the back of the neck. Inhale, we're going to open to one side. Ear over shoulder. Again, if anything is painful, don't do it. Exhale forward. Inhale to the second side. Notice how you feel in the neck area. Exhale forward. Notice if you've got tension or pain anywhere, don't work in pain. Inhale and exhale, just gentle with the neck. Inhale, second side. Use the breath to open some space and release tension. Inhale to the first side again. Check your posture is nice and tall, ears approximately over the shoulder. Take your other arm out to the side, walk the fingertips out. Good, and then we're just gonna rotate the head. So you're not lifting and lowering, you're rotating. So exhale, look over your bottom shoulder. Inhale, gaze up to the opposite corner of the ceiling. So it's a nice, easy rotation. Should feel great all through the side of the neck. If anything is not comfortable, don't do it. Inhale and exhale. And you can kind of play a little bit with the angle of your head to find that sweet spot for you. Another breath. Drop the chin forward as you bring that hand in. Let's inhale to the second side. Check ear over shoulder, approximately walk the opposite hand out. Lengthen, shoulder is relaxed. And then we'll rotate. Exhale, look over your bottom shoulder. Inhale, gaze to the opposite corner up. Keep the breath flowing with the movement. Maybe noticing if one side feels tighter or different than the other. Usually that's the case. Rarely are we even on both sides. Inhale and exhale. Good, let's do another breath here. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Good, bringing the head to neutral. Bow the chin forward. Take the arm in. Bring the hands by the side and shrug your shoulders here. Up and down the back, big circle. Good. Blood flow moving one more time. Good. Sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, stretch the arms up again. Good, flip the palms up, point the palms to the sky, pull the pinkies back without arching in your back or chest, so try to keep the spine neutral. Exhale, flip the palms and pull apart. So we're rounding the upper back toward the back of the room and the hands are coming toward the screen. Drop your chin to your chest. Should feel really nice. Inhale, lift. Try not to arch in the back. Exhale, round and pull apart. So really focusing on the upper back between the shoulder blades here. Let's inhale up. Big breath in, exhale, pull apart. One more time up, inhale. And exhale, round. Inhale, stretch up tall. Exhale as you pull the fingers apart and lower. Nice. Shrug your shoulders. Up and down, one more time. Awesome. Let's take the hands behind us, kind of behind your shoulders, lean back a little bit. And then you can point the fingers toward your hips or away, whatever's more comfortable. And we're just gonna pull the shoulders back and lift the chest. So stretching it again in the upper back a little bit. Be mindful of the neck here and the low back, so we're not straining anything. We're just opening the chest, pull the shoulder blades behind you, between you, together to open the chest and breathe here. Feeling this in the front of your shoulders. Again, nothing is painful. If it is, don't do it. Let's take one more breath. Good, exhale, soften. Go ahead, come up out of that. Good, and then we're gonna come onto all fours, onto the hands and the knees. So we're gonna have our knees under our hips and our hands under our shoulders. And then if you have any wrist issues, you're welcome to use your fists if that feels better for the wrists. Brighten your fingers on the mat and then engage the full surface of your hands. So we're not dumping into the wrists here. So you want to really activate your fingers as well. So they're taking some of the weight. Good, and then activate the feet a little bit so you're not just hanging out here. You're tucking the tailbone a little bit, navel toward the spine. Press everything away from the floor. Neck is nice and long, an extension of your spine. Good, so nice from our tabletop. Let's take some cat-cows. Inhale, we're gonna drop the belly and then think of length in the spine. So pull the tailbone of the head far apart from one another, lengthen. Far and toward the sky. Exhale as you round, drop the tailbone and head. Push up through the shoulders. Good, inhale, lengthen, open the chest. Exhale, round. Good, a few more times at your pace and with your breath. Opening into the spine, just warming up. Allow your breath to guide your movements if you can. Don't stress about it. If you're new, it's no big deal. Just keep breathing. And last time. Good. Exhale. Come back to your tabletop. Good. And then take your hips, knees behind your hip points just a touch. Brighten your fingers. You might want to take your hands a little bit wider. We're going to plant the chest between the hands. So we're going to engage our core, bend at the elbow, keep the elbow close. So this is kind of a challenge also if you're new to practice, but bend at the elbow, plant the chest right between the hands. Keep the hips lifted, awkward S pose. Slide the legs out so the tops of the feet press down and you're nice and long. Hands are still next to your chest. And then inhale as you lengthen the heart forward, glue the feet to the floor. Shoulders back, neck is long and loose, looking in front of you. Breathe into your belly. Good, let's lift the hands here to make sure that we're not using power of the hands to lift up. We're just using the strength of our back muscles here. So hands lift, breathe into your belly. Maybe the body rises and lowers with the breath. Maybe it doesn't move much. It's okay. One more breath. Good, release the hands next to the chest and shoulders. We're gonna push the mat away from us and press into a child's pose. Extend the arms and bring the hips behind you. You can place something behind your knees if this is hard to be in this position. So you can always use props to find a nice position for you. Again, nothing should be uncomfortable. Inhale deeply. And as you're ready, we're going to walk the hands off to one side. Keep the hips back, drop the head and shoulders, relax here, stretching through the side and into the hip a little bit. Take another breath. Slowly come back through center as you inhale. And we'll exhale to the other side. Stretching, relax the head. Relax your shoulders. Breathe into your ribs here. Take another breath. Good, inhale, come through center. Slowly pull yourself up on your inhale. Coming back to all fours. Aligning yourself. We're going to tuck the toes under, and we're going to hover the knees. So only do this if you're comfortable. Again, activate the fingers in the mat so you're not dumping into the wrist. Neck is long, toes are tucked. Breathe in, look out in front of you toward the floor. Try not to look up at the screen here. Breathe, and then just lift the knees about an inch. I'm going to breathe here. Couple of breaths. Elbows are not locked, they're soft. Feeling a little heat build up here. Good, release the knees. Back to the floor. Unfold the toes. We're going to do that one more time. So set yourself up. Tuck your toes. As you're ready, lift the knees. Breathe. Good, one more breath. And release. Nice work. Tuck your toes again. And then this time we're going to lift our hips up and come into a downward dog. So take your time. Breathe in, maybe start by lifting the knees and then send the hips up. And you're going to walk your dog. So pedal one foot and then the other. So no rush to straighten the legs. Try to relax your head between the arms. And walk out your dog. Make sure the inside of your elbow rotates toward the front of your mat. Heart melts toward the floor. Pedal your feet. Activate your fingers. Keep breathing. Walk yourself up. So nice slow stroll. Be mindful of the feet touching the floor as you move. Notice that sensation as you come to the front of your mat. Now you might not be able to touch down, so you bend your knees here until your fingers can reach the floor. And slowly tuck the forehead toward the shins, no matter where you are. So the knees can be very bent here. Let's shake out the head a little yes and no. Breathe as you do that, letting go of tension. Good. Dangle the arms in front of you. Just shake the shoulders and the arms a little bit. Breathe again. Maybe you're sighing through the mouth like me, just to let go of a little more tension. Good, and then find your footing, nice even weight. We're gonna slowly come up. So I don't want you to get dizzy. We're gonna slowly rise. Tuck your tailbone, let the arms and head be heavy. And slowly rise up. Unfurl yourself one vertebra at a time. Getting to the top, shrug your shoulders as you open your chest. Just take a breath here to settle yourself. Hopefully you're not too dizzy. And then neutralize your pelvis here. So nice and even in the pelvis, nice long side body. Drop the shoulders, mountain pose. And imagine the crown of the head lifting tall. Again, we retract the chin just slightly. Engaged core. Shoulders nice and soft away from the ears. And then your feet are active on the floor here. You want to activate the quadricep muscle above the knee a little bit without locking the joint. So we don't want to hyperextend the knee. Nice and soft in the knee. But the legs are active here. Taking a breath in mountain pose. Let's lift and fan the toes. Lift and fan the toes as far apart as you can get them without moving the feet. And then just soften the toes into the floor. So the toes are active on the mat as well. We're going to inhale as we take the arms back behind us. Keep your spine neutral, lift up. Maybe connect the hands, and then exhale, we're going to swan dive. So lengthen your chest, soften your knees here, bend them as much as you need so you can come down with a flat back. Lower the hands by the side. Again to the floor, forehead tucks. Inhale, lengthen your spine halfway, open the chest. Good, exhale, fold. Let the arms hang, roll up, one vertebra at a time. Pull yourself up slowly. Open your chest back to your mountain pose. Inhale, stretch behind you, lift up. Deep breath in. Feel that nice stretch to the side body. Connect the hands. Exhale, bend your knees, soften, fold, forward bend. Inhale, halfway lift, open the chest. And these can be bent here as well. Exhale, bow. Pull yourself up slowly. Inhale, tuck your chin. All the way back up to your mountain pose, where we take one more round. Reach back, inhale, lift. Connect, exhale, swan dive. Knees are soft. Forward tucks. Inhale, flat back. Find that nice length, and exhale, fold. Good. From your forward bend, we're going to take a giant step back with the right leg. We'll drop our back knee and uncurl the toes. So you can use a blanket or a cushion under your knee if you need. You can even just double up your mat if you want. I won't do that so you can see. Knees should be directly over the heel. We're going to scissor our legs toward the midline and come up for crescent lunge. Add the arms if you'd like. Lifting up. So you should feel a stretch here. This should be a constant, and you can move this leg further back or forward. Lift up. Good. We're going to exhale and open out into a twist. So notice I'm keeping my spine tall. I'm not leaning forward. Open out to the side. Twist. Inhale, lift up, back to center. And exhale, open up, other direction. So we're just going to kind of move that way a little bit. Inhale, lift to center. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, lift. Exhale, open. Good. Inhale, reach. And then exhale, float the hands down, frame that foot. And we're going to walk our hands back as we lift the front foot toward the face. Pull the sitting bone to the back of the mat and reach your heart forward. Nice stretch for the front hamstring here. Trying to keep our hips even. Breathe in, find length. The breath should be easy and smooth. If it's not, you might be going a little too far. So see if you can back out and then smooth the breath out. Inhale. Slowly come forward. Exhale, plant the foot. Tuck those back toes underneath, lifting the knee. You're going to take both hips up a little bit and step it back. Come to downward dog. From your downward dog, we're going to inhale and float ourselves up to plank position. So we're going to float our shoulders to come above the wrists. We're stacking our bones. And I'm going to scoot my toes back a little bit so I can spike energy through my heels and align my hips and my shoulders in the same plane. My core is nice and active here. Breathe in. Exhale, drop the knees. Exhale, plant the chest back to upward S. Inhale, open up for cobra, tops of the feet down. Lengthen forward, elbows close. Lift the hands and take a breath. Good, relax the hands next to the chest. Good, push back, child's pose. Inhale, back to all fours. Tuck your toes and lift your hips high, downward dog. From here, as you're ready, you can take a stroll, walk, hop, or step up. So however you'd like to get to the front of your mat, we'll meet in standing forward bend. Hold here. Roll up, inhale. Nice and tall here, nice neutral pelvis. Back to mountain pose. Reach back as you inhale, stretch the chest. Deep breath in, feel a nice stretch in the side. Exhale, swan dive, all the way back down. Soften your knees, forward bend. Inhale, open your chest. And exhale, fold again. At this time, we'll take a giant step back with our left leg. Again, nice right angle here. Drop the back knee and uncurl the toes. Finding that scissor toward the midline as we lift up. So pelvic, the center integrity here. So lifting up. So we're not just sagging and hanging out. We're lifting. Add the arms as you're ready. Breathe in. Soften your shoulders. Deep breath in. Exhale, open to the front knee side. Twist. Good. Inhale, reach. Gotta move my pant a little bit. Exhale, open. Inhale, lift. And exhale. Good. Inhale, reach. Exhale, twist. Nice and easy here. One more time, up. Exhale, float the hands down. We'll frame that foot, and then we're gonna walk it back. Pull the toes up. Pull this leg back behind you. Soften in this front knee. Lengthen the heart forward and breathe into your hamstring. Notice your breath. A little space here. You can also use blocks here if this is too much to reach the floor. So you can always bring that earth closer to you so you have more space. So whatever works for your body today. Take another breath here. Softening into that hamstring with each breath. And slowly we'll walk forward, plant the foot, frame the foot with the hands, tuck your back toes under and lift the knee. Take your hips up, step it back again to downward dog. And pedal the feet. Good. From your downward dog, we'll float into our plank position, opening up. Nice and stacked in our bones. Breathe in. Exhale, drop your knees right where they are. And then plant your chest right between your hands. Keep the elbows close. Slide into a cobra. Open the chest. And lengthen. Gluing the feet. Lift the hands again. Take a nice breath. In and out. One more breath here. Good. Release. Slowly push back, child's pose. Inhale to your tabletop. We'll tuck the toes under and lift up, downward dog. Slowly stroll yourself up to the front of your mat, back to your forward fold. Notice where you are from where you started. Hopefully a little more open in the knees. Tuck the forehead. Take a breath. Let's roll it up. Inhale, slowly roll up. Back to your mountain pose. Open the chest. Excellent. From here, we're going to take a couple of standing poses. So I'm going to take my right leg back, nice wide stance. And I'm going to check heel to arch alignment. And you can be even a little bit wider if you'd like, but heel to arch is a nice guide. So my front heel intersects the back arch and my hips face the long edge of the mat. I'm going to add the arms, reach out. Keep the shoulders soft and the fingertips extend. I'm going to look toward the front knee side and I'm just going to bend my front knee. So you can take it deeper if you want, trying to get the thigh parallel to the floor if you want to challenge yourself. Notice I'm not leaning forward, I'm keeping my shoulders above my hips. My hips face the long edge of the mat. So wherever you want to be is great. Engaging the outer edge of your back foot, you're not collapsing there. Soft shoulders, nice firm posture, nice engaged core. So we're not dumping our pelvis forward here either. We're nice and lifted and open. Breathe. Legs working. This front knee is opening toward the pinky toe side so it's not collapsing inward. Nice and strong. Let's turn the front palm up to the sky. Inhale, we're going to lean forward a little bit. Reach, reach, reach. And then as we exhale, we're going to float back. Peaceful warrior. So lifting up here, not dumping into the back, but lifting. Just breathing into the front ribs. This back arm is just resting on the leg lightly. Keeping those legs working. Try not to come up. It's common to come up out of the legs. One more breath. Let's take it back to our warrior two. Exhale. Breathe in. Good. Exhale, lower the arms by the side and straighten that leg. You're going to turn this front foot in and the back foot out, switching sides. Check your alignment. Heel to arch. And this foot is perpendicular to the front. Hips on the long side, add the arms when you're ready, lengthen all the way through the fingertips, gaze to the backhand now, and then when you're ready, you'll bend that knee. Remember to keep it opening, keep the shoulders above the hips. Engage the outer edge of your back foot. Find your breath, connect to your power with the breath. Good, nice, slow, deep breaths. We'll turn the front palm or the back palm now to the sky. Inhale, lean forward, reach. Deep breath in, exhale, float up and back. So we're really lifting. Breathe into the front ribs here. Lift up out of the back. Soft shoulder. One more breath here. Good. Slowly come back. Warrior two. Good. Lower the arms and straighten that leg. Turn that foot in. Good. And then from here, we're going to heel toe the feet together. Coming to the center of your mat. Reach up. Inhale. Grow tall. Catch a wrist and reach up and over. Side stretch. Stretching out that hip and the side body. Inhale through center. Switch sides. Reach up and over. Good. Inhale up. Float the arms by the side. Shrug your shoulders. Open your chest. We're going to come back to the front of the mat. Feet hip width apart. Reach back. Inhale. Lift. And then exhale. Swan dive. Soften your knees. Forward fold. Inhale. Flat back. Lengthen your spine. And exhale as you fold again. Good. We're going to step one leg back and then lift your hips and step the other leg back, coming into a plank position here. And then we'll send our hips up and come into downward dog. Up and back. Good. So check your alignment, check your stance. Nice, wide, engaged hands inside of the elbow, rotates forward. Relax the head and chest between the arms. And then your legs, your feet are hip distance. And the muscles are rotating internally toward the midline. So we're not rotating out, we're rotating in to feel some space in the lower back. Good. From here, we're going to come into a three-legged dog. Take one leg up, Keep your shoulders even. Good, and then bend the knee. And don't dump into the back here. Keep the hips a little bit stacked or open. And then we're gonna inhale, take that knee, use your core strength to pull your knee up. And then bring your shoulders forward a bit as you squeeze up. Use your core and then pull the knee through for pigeon pose. Extend the back foot straight behind you. Don't tickle your ankle. You can use a prop under here if you need. If this bothers your knee, don't do it. You'll take an alternate figure 4 on the back if you need to for the knee. Just be observant of that. And I'll show that in a moment. So we're framing the knee with the hands and lifting up. I want you to open your chest here. Take a deep breath into the lungs while you're in this posture. And then as you're ready, exhale and slowly allow yourself to come forward. You might stay here. You might come to your forearms. You might stack fists and rest on your forehead. You might use a prop here, whatever you want to do. We want to keep our hips even so we're not sitting on the side here. So nice and even in the hips. Soften the shoulders and the brow. Again, the alternate for this position, if that's bad on your knee, is figure 4 on the back. So connecting in the figure 4, reaching through the hole here. Figure 4. Same arm as the leg that's on top goes through the hole. You connect behind the other side. You can use the strap here if you need. Same muscles we're stretching. So no need to do the pigeon if it bothers your knees. Good, we're gonna take a couple more breaths in the pigeon, just softening with each out breath, trying to let go of any tension in the hip. Make sure your brow and your jaw is relaxed as well. Nice and slowly, as you're ready, we're going to walk our hands back. Inhale as you come up, framing the knee again. Come onto your fingertips here. Open the chest. We're going to take another deep breath into the lungs. Let your hands tuck your back toes and slowly peel yourself to downward dog. If you're doing figure 4 on the back, you can just switch sides if you prefer that. You might check the other knee might feel different on the side, so you can check that out. Listen to your body always. And then from our downward dog, we'll take the other leg high in the sky, switching sides. And keep your shoulders even, bending the knee. Again, try not to dump here, just keep the hips a little bit stacked. Keep your core a little bit active. You're going to use your core to pull that knee in. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Nice and slow here. Bring the shoulders over your wrists. Squeeze up and then bring the knee through. So sometimes it's harder to move slower that way. So we're controlling the movement, not using momentum. Top of the foot is nice and straight. Not turning the ankle. Open the chest here. And make sure your hip bones are equidistant to the floor. Open the chest, breathe here. Deep breath in and then exhale as you make your way down wherever you want to be on this side in the pigeon. Soften your brow, soften your shoulders and your jaw. And breathe. A lot of times if we have a lot of jaw tension, that can translate into hip tension as well. So it's nice to be aware of that. Stretching the hips if you've got a tight jaw and vice versa. Soften with each out breath. Good. Let's take one more breath here. Good. Use your inhale to slowly walk yourself back. Come onto your fingertips here again. Open the chest, deep breath. Plant your hands, tuck your back toes, and slowly step it back, downward dog. Pedal the feet out a little bit. Good, and then we're gonna drop the knees. Coming to tabletop. We're gonna push back over the hips, child's pose, extend the arms. And slowly walk your hands back. Come up to sitting on your heels. I'm gonna slide to the front of my mat. And I'm gonna roll up the front of my mat, make a little cushion for my knees. So I'm gonna come up for camel pose on the knees. And then this will be different for everybody too. So listen to your body. I'm gonna tuck my toes under so my heels are closer to my reach. And I'm gonna take my hands behind my back, thumb around the waist, and hands supporting the lower back and sacrum here. So you can see that. My knees are hip width apart, so they're not touching. They're nice and bones are stacked. Again, thumbs around the waist, and I'm going to pull my elbows back behind me to kind of open the chest here. So we want to think about momentum pulling us forward. And we want to think about the sternum lifting to the sky. We also want to keep the head supported and the neck supported. So we don't want to drop our head back unless you're more advanced in your practice. Always keep the neck, head supported. The head is so heavy, we don't want to strain the neck. So pulling, again, the elbows back behind you. My toes are tucked under. You can do this if you're more advanced with your toes untucked. But I'll demonstrate this way. And then I'm going to lift my sternum. I'm going to lean back gently with the support of my back and lift forward. So I'm pulling forward as I'm leaning back at the same time. Inhale, lift the sternum, and then optional, one hand can come to the heel at a time. You don't have to come off the back at all. If you feel a nice stretch, you can stay with the hands on the back. Maybe you come to the heels, maybe not. Again, I'm not dropping my head back, and I'm lifting forward, pulling forward, tailbone tucked, glutes engaged. Breathe. So you don't want to feel a lot of tension in the low back, so you might stay here. In fact, I feel a little more tension today, so I'm going to come up because I don't usually feel that, but I do today, so I'm going to listen to that. Breathe in. Lift. Good. And then maybe come off the heel one hand at a time if you're on the heels, and then just come back upright. Let's uncurl the toes here. Bring the arms by the side. We're going to extend one leg out to the side for gate pose. So I'm going to have my foot, sorry if I lost the camera view. My toes are still facing forward. I'm going to extend that leg, and I'm reaching my hand just to rest on the leg. So I'm still nice and tall here. Inhale, take the opposite arm up. Keep your shoulder relaxed. And then exhale as you just fold to the side. So this is just a guide. I'm not leaning on my leg. I'm just reaching up and over. Getting a nice stretch through the whole side body. A little bit into that hip flexor. On the extended arm side, this long side. Good. Inhale up and lower the arm down. We'll take this knee in, back to our hip stance, and we'll take the other leg out. So now I'm extending that leg out to the side, toes forward. So you're like extending this leg just like we did. And now it's hard to see from this angle, sorry. Again, rest the extended arm on the leg. Inhale, opposite arm stretches up, nice and tall. And exhale, just fold, reach up and over. Gate pose. Keep that shoulder relaxed. And breathe. One more breath. Inhale, stretch up. And exhale, lower the arm. Good. Bring that extended knee in. Nice. And then we'll come off the mat, unfurl the mat, sit on the heels, and I'm going to extend my legs out in front of me. Lifting the flesh from under my sitting bones. And flex the toes up. I'm going to come all the way down to my back, so I'm going to use my core energy and strength to slow my roll. So hands on the thighs, feet stay glued, chin tucks, slowly come down. Challenging your core to lower your body to the floor. Good, and then once you get to the floor, kind of roll around a little bit, rock a little side to side. Draw the shoulders down away from the ears, and then take one knee into your chest. Give it a good squeeze in. And we're going to rotate the foot. So circles with the big toe in one direction, and then reverse. Big circles. Good, we're going to squeeze that knee into the chest, breathe in. And then as we exhale, we'll take a reclined twist. So you're going to pull this bent leg across the body. You can roll onto the other hip. And maybe you extend this right arm out from the shoulder. Maybe you gaze to your extended arm. Maybe not. Listen to your body. Think about pulling this hip to the front of your mat. So we're opening through the side here. So we're not crunching up, but opening out. Extend the arm. Find a breath here with the ribs a little more constricted. So we're breathing in our twist to massage our internal organs with our breath. Soften this extended arm shoulder. See if you can relax. Take a deep breath in and out. One more breath. Nice and slowly roll yourself back to center. Squeeze that knee in as you come back through center. One more time, squeeze. Good, and release that leg out to the floor. We'll draw the other knee into the chest and give it a good squeeze. And make some circles with your big toe. Stretching out the ankle joint, and the toes. Reverse your circles. Nice, squeeze in. Bird clock. From here, squeeze in and then pull the leg across the body. Nice, easy twist. Arm extends if you'd like. Maybe gaze to the extended arm. Again, this hip pulls away from the shoulder. And we breathe nice and deep. Softening and relaxing the shoulder. Take one more deep breath here to massage the internal organs. Inhale slowly as you come back through center. Squeeze that knee in and release the leg out. Good, so we're going to let the toes kind of flop out to the side. And I want you just to see how you feel in this moment. So you might want to practice, this is optional if you'd like, one more pose before we relax. You might take your knees into your chest. You might take a happy baby. Reclined angle. You might even do shoulder stand if that's part of your practice. So your choice, yogi's choice here at the end. And I really want you to just connect to what you feel like your body needs. So it's a nice opportunity for you to be your own teacher and see what would feel best for you right now before we come to our final resting position. So breathing into your pose and letting go of any tension. Just relaxing. Finishing up your last posture, whatever that might be. And then we'll come to our final resting position. So if you have any tension in your back at all, you can have the knees bent and come into this kind of active rest position. So feet are on the floor. You can drop the knees to the midline. Make sure the back feels nice and neutral on the floor. Maybe your back feels okay and you want to stretch your legs out. You can do that as well. And then you're going to fan the palms up, face them up, and then tuck the shoulders under your chest to open your heart center. You're going to allow the fingertips to curl toward the hands as they relax. And let's just gently rock the head side to side. Noticing if the chin is lifted up, you might need to place something behind your head, like a blanket or a towel or a book. So you don't want the chin lifting and the neck tight back here. You want the neck long. And the chin should be a comfortable distance from the chest. Good. Connecting to your breath as it moves in and out of the body. Allow everything to relax and release completely. Doing a mental scan of your body to notice if there's anywhere you have any remaining tension or stress. And allow your inhale to surround that tension. And allow your exhale just to let it go. Let the earth and the mat absorb it. Release it. You don't need it. Let it go. Relax your entire body completely. So you will stay there as I slowly make my way up. So keep relaxing, keep letting go. Keep letting the breath just soften the body with every breath. Relax. 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 If your mind begins to wander, just gently bring it back to the breath. And giving yourself this time to completely release and absorb all the work that you did in practice. Slowly and gently, just wiggle your fingers and your toes. Rock your head a little side to side. As you're ready, if the feet aren't already on the floor, bend your knees to place your feet on the floor and roll to the right side of your body, coming into a fetal posture for just a moment to notice any changes between now and the beginning of your practice, and maybe recall if you set an intention or dedication for your practice, bringing that to memory. You're going to use your left hand to slowly push yourself back up to a comfortable seat. We'll meet in easy pose. Sitting up nice and tall. And let's take a nice deep breath in as we sweep the arms up. Take a deep breath in, reach up. Gather some good energy. Seal your hands at the top, lower them to your heart, and bow to yourself with gratitude for practicing today. And we'll bow to each other.